This is lesson 6.9. It is our review. So, up here, it says write each fraction as a product of a whole number and a unit fraction. So this was actually on your first quiz, and we got super confused about the actual wording. So I'm going to do this one and show you how, and then I'm going to give you a chance to do number 9. So, first of all, I'm going to look at my wording. It says product. So product is the answer in a multiplication. So that tells me I'm going to multiply. It also says whole number and a unit fraction. You guys, a unit fraction has a 1 on top, right? So I need a whole number times a unit fraction. So I'm looking at 3/8. And I'm thinking, okay, my denominator is an 1/8. So I must be multiplying 1/8. If I have 3/8, I must have to multiply it by 3. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and let you guys write 5/6 as a product of a whole number and a unit fraction. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check. So I've got 5/6 equals. Raise your hand. What whole number do I need to multiply my unit fraction by? What whole number? Oliver. 5 times, what is my unit fraction, Natalie? 1/6. 1/6. Okay. A common mistake is to do something like this. Does this equal 5/6?
Yeah.
Yes. But did I find the product?
No.
No. This would be the sum because you're adding. And our question says product. So tomorrow in your test, guys, make sure you take the time and really think, what is that question asking? Okay? Circle, underline, use our cubing strategy. Make sure you evaluate the question, okay? And take your time, of course. All right, erase your mark board. All right, here's another one that kind of gave us some troubles. So, this says, the line plot shows the lengths of the beads Rachel bought at the bead store today. What is the difference in the length between the shortest bead and the longest bead? Good. So difference means to subtract. What are we going to subtract to find our answer? Mara. So the shortest bead and the longest bead. So I'm going to pause the video. I want you to go ahead, work with your partner, decide which one's the shortest, which one is the longest, and subtract. All right, guys. So you should have noticed that we have one dot right here for 1 3/4. So that is going to be our longest bead. And then you should have noticed a dot, well, 5 dots, but this is our shortest bead. So our shortest bead would be 1/4. If you line it up, you're going to have your fractions on the right. They both have the same denominator, right? Okay, so what is 3/4 minus 1/4? 3/4 minus 1/4.
1 and 2/4.
Okay, so 3/4 minus 1/4 would be 2/4. Then, of course, we have 1 whole minus nothing, which is 1.
1.
Okay, so you could have said the difference is 1 and 2/4 inches. Or, if you simplified, which I saw several of you did, you could have said 1 and 1/2 inches. Make sure you label with inches. So for this one, I want you to represent the shaded part of the fraction bar as the product of a whole number and a unit fraction. I want you to do this on your own, and then we're going to check. Go. Okay, I think we're ready to check. So, we've got the product, which is the answer in a multiplication problem. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying, right? And then it says a whole number times a unit fraction. Okay? And it has to equal my shaded part. Well, I can see that I have, how many eighths, everybody? 5/8. So 5/8 is going to equal how many wholes times a unit fraction? Sophia, how many wholes?
5.
And let's see who's right here. Kalia, how many, or what's our unit fraction?
1/8.
1/8. Okay? So guys, make sure you really evaluate those questions. Okay? Look for those key words. And pay attention. If it says product, know that you're going to multiply. If it says sum, know that you're going to add. Okay. All right. So guys, today we reviewed Unit 6.
Bye.